In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn with. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of research. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have completed the first chapter of research. Listeners and audience, if you remember, I taught you what is research. What are the characteristics of research? What are variables in research? The relationship between variables. Qualitative research, quantitative research. After that, we started the first chapter of research. That how to write the first chapter, introduction chapter of research. In introduction chapter of research, I taught you how to write the background of the study in research, how to write the statement of the problem in research, how to write rationale of the study in research. Or before this, I told you how to write research questions in research, how to write research objectives in research, how to write rationale of the study in research, the research gap in research, significance of the study and research, and I also taught you that how to write research hypothesis in quantitative research. Listeners and audience, we completed the first chapter in research. Today, we are going to commence the second chapter of research, and that is literature review. Listeners and audience, as I presented almost 15 to 16 lectures about the first chapter of research, same is the case we will present little or more lectures about the second chapter as well. That what is literature review? How literature review is written? What are the types of literature review? What is the categorization? All these we will discuss. So today is just the introductory class, the introductory lecture of literature review, that you know what is literature review, how literature review is written, and how it is categorized. So be with me and listen to this lecture from beginning until end. Listeners and audience, let's come to literature review. What is literature review? Literature review is the summary, comparison, evaluation, connection, and also the analysis of the previous studies that are related to your topic. So it is the summary, evaluation, connection, comparison, and analysis of the previous studies that are related to your topic. What does it mean? It means you study, you compare, you analyze, you summarize, and you connect the previous studies to your topic. This is called literature review. Listeners and audience, whenever you are writing literature review, the question arises, the question touches your mind that how you will write literature review. What are the points that must be in your mind in order to write a successful literature review? Listeners and audience, whenever you are writing literature review, the first and important thing must be in your mind is that, for example, you are trying to find the existing knowledge, the previous studies that are related to your topic. Definitely you will search the articles, Google Scholars, and other articles, and for example in Google. So first of all, you will read in the article. For example, when you are reading the article, your focus will be the purpose of that study. You are reading an article, the purpose of that study will be your mind. What is the purpose of that study? Fine, you will keep in your mind, and you can write in short words. After that, the method, the findings, the conclusion, the recommendations, and even the limitation. So when you read all this, after reading this, Your focus will be to summarize, analyze, compare, and evaluate. So keeping all these points, you will write the summary of that. Based on keeping the above points in your mind, this will be your one study of literature review. So you will add in your literature review chapter. It means you will try to collect the data, the topics, the points, the summaries that are all related to your studies. For example, in literature review, how we categorize the headings in literature review, the information in literature review. For example, your topic is the comparison between human and machine translation, right? So first of all, your literature review is organized based on the themes, based on the topics, the topic you have selected. So if your topic is the comparison between human and machine translation, first of all, you collect, analyze it, compare and evaluate the studies that are related to the human translation. So first of all, you provide the title, the heading, the theme, human translation, and then you write all the studies. Fine. After that, you give the second heading, and that is machine translation. After that, you compare human and machine translation, and you further go ahead like challenges in human translation, challenges in machine translation. So this is your study is going on. So listeners and audience, to make it short, literature review is the comparison, analysis, summary, evaluation, and connection of the previous studies to your topic. You read an art when you are reading an article, your focus is on the purpose, method, findings, and conclusion, recommendation, even the limitation. So when you read the article, you actually summarize and evaluate and even compare that article based on the points which you have and you write. So this is just a short introduction. Now what are the further steps, what we have to do, what we should not do, what are the types, we will discuss in the upcoming lectures. But listen, listeners and audience, remember to make it a very understandable way. For example, when you read an article, you say, you will keep in your mind that what is the purpose of that article. Write the purpose, fine. Then the method, what kind of method in the research study has used. The findings, what did he find, and then what did he conclude. After that, what was his recommendation in the study, and even the limitation. When you collect all these, try to summarize it, evaluate it, analyze it, and then in your own words, this is will be the first study of your literature review. So in literature review, almost it is based on the thesis, PhD, MPhil, and BS, that how much, for example, previous studies you try to edit in it. For example, it may be you should read 50 articles, 30 articles, 20 articles, etc. that is related to your topic. And even either you are talking about PhD dissertation, MPhil thesis, or BS. Hope that this topic is clear to you. Thank you.